Today we are going to study about inline frame. Inline frame is also known as floating frame. So using the concept of inline frame, you can create frames like this in the web page. Okay, I hope so you can see this frame with a yellow background color and a frame with no background color, but it has contents of list. And because the content is large enough, so a frame has by default taken a scroll bar to scroll down and see the complete contents of the whatever is displayed inside the frame. Okay, so how to provide inline frames in web page? Okay, very simple. We have to use iframe tag. Iframe stands for inline frame. Inline frame is sometimes also known as floating frame. Okay, floating frame means it's flexible wherever the user wants to display a frame. The user can display a frame. Okay, and user can control the alignments. Two type of alignments the user can control: left alignment as well as the right alignment. Okay, so it totally depends upon the user. A user can display a heading like this. After a heading, a user can display some paragraphs, some images, and independently the user can use frames with the help of iframe tag. Okay, because it is flexible, that is why flexible means the content can be displayed anywhere in the web page. Okay, after a paragraph, after a heading, after an image, maybe anywhere. Okay, totally depends upon the convenience of user. So it is also known as floating frame. Okay, so how to display inline frame with the help of iframe tag. Iframe tag is a paired tag. Okay, you can see in this example, in this coding, I have given two iframe tags. Okay, here and here. Two examples I have prepared. So two iframe tags I have used. Alright. So now we are going to study the attributes of iframe tag. So here I have used style attribute to provide the background color in inline style manner. Okay, as you are aware, style is a global attribute and it can be used with any tag of HTML. Okay, so you can make it more attractive, like this looks more attractive with a background color. Originally, iframe tag has no such attribute to provide a background color, but you can definitely provide a background color with the help of CSS, with the help of inline style sheet, and inline style sheet uses style as the global attribute. You are aware about this. Okay, not only one, you can provide multiple properties of CSS the way you want to make it more attractive. Okay, so apart from style, style is supported by all the attributes. Okay, but iframe particularly has which attributes? It has src attribute. Okay, src is the very important attribute of iframe tag. In src attribute, you provide the file name of any html page. Okay, in this manner, see the way I have highlighted. Okay, so in src attribute you have already studied. You are familiar that src attribute is already used in img tag, video tag as well as audio tag. Accordingly, src attribute is capable of displaying image, audio and video. But not only that, src attribute is also capable of displaying any pre-existing html file available in your local disk. All right. So in this second example, I have used srcc iframe tag, src attribute, and I have given the entire location of the page. The page is nested list demo.html. I have provided the location because this nested list demo.html file was not available in the folder where I have saved this file frame.html. It is available in some different folder. Okay, so if the file is not available, whichever file you want to provide, if it is not available in the folder where you have inline frame, you have to provide location like this. And you know how to copy paste the location of any file, any HTML file, audio, video, any file you can copy paste the location. How? Right click on the file, go to the properties, copy paste the location, and also provide the file name along with the extension. Here it is an HTML file, so the extension is .html accordingly. Now, for example, the folder where I have frame.html, it had this file nested list demo.html. Then I need not provide the entire location. I have provided location because this file is not available in that folder. Okay, so depends. If the file is available, you can ignore, you need not provide the entire location, just provide the file name dot html. Okay, so src is very important attribute, and because of that I have displayed this pre-existing file in this second frame. Okay, you can see. Then other attributes are height, width. You can change the height and width of the frame, increase or decrease, however you want, you can do it. Okay, pixel and percentage value both can be given. Okay, if you're giving percentage value is available between 1 to 100, you know already. And percentage value, you have to provide percentage symbol also, for example 30% in this manner. Okay, in this way you provide percentage value. For giving pixel value and number value, there is no need of putting any symbol, but for percentage value you have to provide a symbol. Since you are using a symbol with numbers, it's better you enclose them in double quotes. Okay, I'm comfortable with pixel value. Okay, I have given pixel values. And height and width, apart from height and width, we have an attribute name. Okay, now till now you must have understood name is a very common attribute used in many tags. Okay, right from form tag, all the elements that you display inside the form tag. So to display the elements, you use input tag, select tag, text area tag, all have name attribute in common. Okay, apart from that, iframe tag also uses name attribute because a person can provide multiple frames in a single web page. So if the person wants to identify them uniquely, okay, for unique identification, it's good to provide name attribute. Here, in these two examples, in first iframe, I have provided name frame 1, and in second iframe, I have provided name frame 2. Actually, it makes more sense when name attribute is used for verification and validation when JavaScript code is used. Okay, so at that time, name attribute is more important. Okay, because name attribute is generally used for verification, linking, targeting purposes. Okay, but for now, we are not doing any linking, targeting purposes. So just for now, you have to remember name can be used to provide unique name to the element, iframe element. Okay. Now, after name attribute, there is another attribute known as src doc. Observe in this first example, I have kept src empty. It may happen you do not want to display any pre-existing file and you want to create a totally fresh content, totally new content. Okay, so in order to provide a new content, you can use attribute src doc. Okay, and in double quotes, you can use not only single. Here, I have used multiple HTML tags, p tag. Okay, to provide this description frame 1 or any other description you want. Okay, and I have also given ol ordered list. Ordered list. Now, if I want to display an ordered list, it is really total container total container of ordered list in which I have multiple list items. Now li tag closing is optional, so here I have not provided li tag closing. You can display all these tags in single line. Okay, uh, single line continuously, or simply just type line breaks. line breaks given in notepad. See, here I have given lot of line gaps I have used. Okay, but that doesn't mean it is going to reflect in the browser. The browser line gaps are taken when you provide break tags and when you use block level tags like headings and paragraphs. Okay, then only line breaks are appearing, otherwise not. Everything is displayed in continuous manner. Okay, so depends on you if you want to give line gaps. You can give line gaps if you are using multiple tags inside src doc, but remember the value will have mixture of lot of things, special characters, numbers, and numbers also maybe, and some text definitely. So provide opening double quote and closing double quote at the end. Okay. So these are the attributes which are mentioned in the textbook. In textbook, iframe tag has attributes src, height. In src, what you are going to provide? You are going to provide name of any local web page. Okay, any HTML file with the extension .html. Okay, height, you can give height and width. You can change the height and width of the frame. You can provide unique name with the help of name attribute. And if you don't want to display any HTML file, you can just use src doc and provide single tags or multiple tags that you want to display inside the frame. C. It's displayed over here. Frame 1 that represents p tag, and this represents the um, ordered list. Okay, but src doc attribute is not supported in Internet Explorer. It is supported in all other browsers, okay, other than Internet Explorer. Okay, so one more attribute is there. As I said, you can control the alignment of the frame also. You can use align attribute also. I will show in this second example. Align equal to two values are allowed, left and right. Center doesn't work. Okay. For example, I'll give right, control S, and now see I have refreshed. So there were a lot of spaces, so it shifted in right direction. But by default, the alignment is always left. Now, what happens when I give left? I roll the three at values for you. Okay. Okay, so that shifted to left. Okay, it came to left direction. What happens in center? Less and refresh. Okay, somewhat it tried to came in center, not exactly, but it got repositioned. Okay, so works fairly the way you want to change, and more you want to adjust, you can just keep changing, keep adjusting the height and width. Okay, in that manner. But yes, definitely. So align attribute is supported. It's not given in the textbook, but it's supported. Okay. So attributes of iframe are src, height, width, name, src doc, and also align. Yes. And apart from that, yes, I also wanted to say, refresh. Yes. So by default, frames take some amount of gaps. You can see there are gaps, though I have not given any breaks in between. No BR tag. Okay. If I give a BR tag, what will happen? This next frame must shift down to next line. Yes. Okay. Instead of break, if I give spaces, how to give spaces? With the help of mnemonic character code. Okay. So to provide a space, we provide mnemonic character code that begins with ampersand symbol. This and is known as ampersand symbol, and put the code NBSP. NBSP stands for non-breaking space semicolon. Every character code starts with and symbol and ends with semicolon symbol. Okay, and in between that you have character code. Now, spaces are generally, you give spaces in Notepad, but that doesn't reflect in the browser. So if you want to add spaces, you can use this mnemonic and symbol NBSP. NBSP stands for non-breaking space. If you there are mnemonics, for example, symbols which are not available in the keyboard, like copyright, trademark. These are the symbols which are not available in the keyboard. But since if you want to display on the website, you can use mnemonic codes like and symbol COPY, copy semicolon, that will give you copyright symbol. Okay, and symbol REG, that will give you registered, and symbol REG semicolon, that will give you registered symbol. Okay, there are many such mnemonic codes. Okay, so depending upon the purpose, you can use degree symbol is not available in the keyboard, but if you want to provide degree, there is different mnemonic available for that. Okay, so list is available. You can just search and display whatever you want. So this is the mnemonic to display a single space. Okay. Now, for example, I'm giving two spaces. If I want to give two spaces, P and paste it twice. Now, what should happen? See, number of spaces are increased. Now, if I remove spaces, Control S, I'm refreshing. Now, see, I have actually not provided any spaces, but by default, inline frame has taken spaces. Okay. Now, there are many ways to create sections, especially if any question demands sections. Sections can be made in different ways with the help of semantic tags. Sometimes you can use inline frame also. There is division tag also to create sections. Okay. In the division tag, you can use style as an inline CSS and provide properties like border, width, height to create certain section. And in that division tag, you can display number of text or any other content, table or list or image. Okay, so it will look like a different section inside the web page. Okay, but division tag will not provide any scroll bars like this. But division tag, if you want, you can totally remove the gaps with the help of division tags or semantic tag. If you are using semantic, if you use semantic tags, there will be no such gaps. Okay, so depending upon the requirement of question, you make sure your output actually allows spaces, or if the question has provided you with some needed output screenshot. Okay, and if there are no spaces inside between the sections, so instead of inline frame, I think so it will be better if you use the other options like division tags and semantic tags. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about. And iframe tag, it is a pair tag. After all the attributes are done, you can just close the opening tag and directly close the closing tag. Okay, now for example, if you try to include any text in between, let's see how it works. This is frame. Okay, so let's see how it understands. Let's see if this text is displayed anywhere inside the frame or outside the frame somewhere. No, this text doesn't work. Okay, so there is no use of giving any text in between iframe tag opening and iframe tag closing. It's not displayed. Okay, so this was about iframe inline frame. Okay, so that's all for this topic. Thank you for joining.